Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast with your host, me, Davy the Butcher.
And your co-host, Mazzi. My voice is giving up, but I'm going to try and be hype as possible still. The hype won't go away.
Yes, sir. And we are in the year 1930. Now, I believe this is when the Great Depression was going on. And, I don't know much about the Great Depression. I guess, I don't know, maybe they got stuff taken away from them. I have no idea. But if I look it up here on this Google on the time machine, then I could probably learn about it. Alright, so it was called the Great Depression.
Or otherwise, the Big Sad.
Indeed. That was from August 2000, or no, not 2000. Yeah, 1929 to March 1933. So it was the late 1920s too. They had a global GDP decline of negative 26.7%. Oh my goodness. With peak global unemployment 24.9%. Holy moly. Ain't that spooky?
Very spooky.
Yeah. And then, alright. It says here that the Great Depression was the worst economic downturn in the history of the industrialized world, lasting from 1929 to 1939. Wow, so that was actually a decade. It began after the stock market crash of October 1929, which sent Wall Street into a panic and wiped out millions of investors in 1929.
Is it talking about Wall Street journals?
It could be Wall Street journals, along with the Wall Street itself. It says here are the top 5 causes of the Great Depression. It was the first one, the Roaring Twenties, before the world entered into an economic decline. The performance of the stock market was well above par, and the industrial output more profitable than it has ever been. Another reason, it was ensuing a global crisis. And then the third reason, the stock market crash, then the Dust Bowl, and then the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act, whatever that means. So that's how the Great Depression was a thing on that decade. But look at all the cars, though. They're really all the old-fashioned cars, though. It's actually, in a way, kind of neat to look at this.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my grandpa had one of these type of cars from, like, this day and age. And we sold it to some guy. I don't remember the dude's name, but yeah. He always had it kept in his garage whenever, like, I was over there. And then, like, a year or two ago, we sold it after he passed away, which was it was June of 2018, yeah. And then, but yeah, I actually got a few pictures of it. It's a pretty cool to look at. It's very historical.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent it to me.
Yeah. Now here's a thing that's saying, can Great Depression happen again? But this thing posted back in 1999. It said, like, could a Great Depression happen again? Possibly, but it would take a repeat of bipartisan and devastatingly foolish policies of the 1920s and 30s to bring it about. For the most part, economists now know that the stock market did not cause the 1929 crash. So, yeah. But
I think it's almost happened with like my dad's appraisal business.
And again, that post was like 20 years ago, so I don't know if it's still possible.
Yeah, it's still possible.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be scary. But
What if instead of the Great Depression, it was the Great Happy? What would that be like? You'd just be like tons of people getting rich.
probably. Here, alright, here's some more historical events for you. Oh yeah, like I said earlier, they had a Dust Bowl. I remember learning about that in history class a few years ago. I remember he was talking about my history teacher was talking about it, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, me neither.
When I think of a Dust,
like Mr. Ott.
yeah, him.
We had a teacher called Mr. Ott that everybody called Daddy Ott.
Yeah. And I remember Will Camaphone had a meme of him. It was like clones of him walking on one side and said "Happy Birthday" on the front, and it's like one of the Mr. Ott saying "Please end me" or something. But I think Michael Myers made that and sent it. Sent it to him, and then he showed it to me. It was so funny. And when I think of the Dust Bowl, I think of a huge thing of dust going down on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, me too. Or I think of like a dusty dog dish or cat bowl.
Yeah. But no, the dust was way bigger than the Super Bowl stadium. This was freaking, like, I don't know, like, it was huge. Sorry for that.
Good there?
Yep, good. The Empire State Building, the Star-Spangled Banner, named the U.S. National Anthem, I guess was built in the 30s. The Hoover Dam, whatever that is. The Hindenburg explosion. The New Deal begins. Prohibition repealed. And then Franklin Roosevelt elected president. And then World War I veterans bonus march on Washington. Oh yeah, that reminds me. World War I. Didn't that happen in the 30s? World War I?
I don't know. I'm not a big history person.
Yeah, I think it was the 1930s. We were talking about World War II last podcast.
I'm more of like a sci-fi person, which is why I'm good at contributing to the podcast.
Yeah. Here, let me see. When was World War I? Let's see, it was in the 1910s. So that's 2 more decades in the past. I don't know, we don't have to go back there. I was actually planning on going further back and pretty soon in one of these podcasts. Like, go back to some times that seemed fun. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is maybe do one more podcast of this century, which is 1920. That'll be our next destination, 1920s. You got that written down? Yes, I do.
Let me write this down too.
Let's look at some TV shows from the 1930s. Okay, I don't see any. Yeah, I don't know any of these TV shows. Wow, they didn't have that many TV shows. Wait a second, this isn't. I guess most of these shows took place in the 1930s. The only show in the 1930s, it was literally called the television. Oh, it was the Television Ghost. Probably one of those super wacky.
Wasn't Birds around back then?
Birds?
Yeah, but like it was like Sharknado, but they're birds.
Wasn't there always birds?
I don't know, but I think it originated like when TVs came out or something.
Like the animal birds, you mean?
No, like the movie.
The movie? Oh. I'm not looking at movies right now, but I just saw one called The Television Ghost. Probably like one of those super wacky and silly and dramatic old horror things. But speaking of movies, let's go look at the 1930s movies. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, The Wizard of Oz, 1939. I remember seeing that. Dang, that was like what, 80 something years ago? Almost. Yeah. Or like 81, I believe, if I am correct. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Gone with the Wind. That movie got so much money. Like, that movie really got paid. If you look at the most high attendant movie, it was Gone with the Wind. So it was a very high grossing movie in 1939, because back then everything was way more cheap, so I guess people can go see it more since it was cheaper. But then again, what if they don't get paid as much as now? And plus, not too far off from the Great Depression, so like, I don't know. Maybe people wanted entertainment after going through Great Depression. Oh yeah, Snow White. That's a classic. That was a major classic of Gisnip, which was made in 1937. And yeah, it was about, you guys know the story. It's the gal with the 7 dwarves, and then that queen, or I forget the queen's name, but like the evil queen. She turns into an old lady and gives Snow White the apple. Snow White don't feel so good. Snow White in the glass casket or whatever you call it, and then Mr. Pretty Boy comes and kisses her, and everything's a happy ending. That's basically Snow White in a nutshell. And then let's see what else we got here. Oh, Robin Hood, The Adventures of Robin Hood. Now this isn't Gisnip, but I just know the story. He's like, I give to the needy, or I steal from the rich and give to the needy, whatever. It's that song from Shrek, that one dude with his merry men. You know that scene in Shrek.
The gingerbread man?
No, not the gingerbread man. You know from the first Shrek movie, Robin Hood. The guy
I
with.
remember watching when I was like 5, but that was it.
Oh. Anyways, it's
I haven't
Robin.
watched Shrek in like 11 years.
Shrek? What? Okay.
Because you said it's from Shrek also.
What's from Shrek? What are you...
I steal to the poor and give to the needy.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, yeah,
I mean,
Robin Hood. But yeah, the scene is.
Don't steal from the poor, guys.
The scene is Yeah, the scene, they are walking in the forest, and then like Fiona just starts, she's humming, casually just walking down the forest, and then Robin Hood comes, swoops her. Hurrah! For I am your savior from this green beast. And then, yeah. But then somehow this chick knows freaking karate and literally kicks them all, beats them all up. It's like, wow, all that time in the castle, how did you learn karate? Did Mr. Miyagi came and taught you secretly? Said wax on, wax off, whack off.
Okay.
What is she? A secretly Karate Kid female version that we don't know about? Is there a universe where that's a thing? Fiona, Mr. Miyagi? Or no, what if it's Mrs. Miyagi? What if it's all for feminism? What if feminism in some universe actually succeeds?
What if Shrek is promoting feminism? Would you still support it?
I mean, it wasn't that much feminism in the movie.
No,
it was just that part. What if? I don't know. It depends how they do it, I guess. Like, you know how some movies they'll make one chick beat up 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
Those type movies. But in reality, God made men stronger than women.
True.
But woman using steroids because they jelly that men are stronger. That's how it was.
The woman that bodybuild.
But yeah, there's like women bodybuilders are just creepy.
Those are the hottest.
You want a woman that can beat you up all the time? Think about it. You can't like.
Nah, cause I'm working out too. I'll be stronger than her.
Well, you're getting there. But yeah, it sucks. You wouldn't want to be with a woman who can beat you up all the time because like you. Well, if she doesn't get her way and she has anger issues and she'll just beat you all the time, make you look like a wimp.
Yeet, break her heart.
Just weeaboo run out of there.
Yeah, Naruto run out of that joint.
All right, smart plan. So you're okay. So if you decide to marry a bodybuilder woman.
I'm just kidding. I don't really think they're hot.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic.
All right. Here's another situation that you can try to get out of. What if you're in a room full of them? Then what would you do?
I don't know. Ask them to flex.
But what if they all want to kill you? What if they all want to come after you, kill you?
I'm
just trying to make stuff up. I'm trying to make a story or something.
I just walk out of the room.
Just walk. How can you? It's like 10 women surrounding you. How can you get out?
I just pray to God and just say I'm sorry for all my sins and just crawl into a fetal position and be ready to die.
So you accepted your fate?
Yep.
All right.
What about you?
Well, there's actually, I say there may be a way or two.
No, I know what I'd do. I'd get some steroid. I'd get one of those steroid needles, those shot thingies, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and then they automatic.
No, and then I do this. Ooh, look at this steroid pen, and I kind of tease them with it, and then I throw it away, and then they'll get distracted that I threw it, and they'll be like a dog and go fetch it, and then I'd run out of the room.
I don't know if they would fall for that, but it's some strat. I don't know if that would work, but it's.
No shade at bodybuilders, but
At least you're trying to come up with something.
Bodybuilders are somewhat dumb because, you know how there's some bodybuilders that have like no fat at all on them?
Yeah.
They're actually, if we don't have fat, like we become a little bit dumb because fat makes us smart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, like not really like Joey's World fat like.
Hey, Roger,
Don't take it like
I'm back.
Don't take it like, oh, if I get more fat, I'll be more smart. Like, no, it's just like.
I heard
You know what I mean?
I heard fatter guys are naturally stronger.
I mean, yeah, they can crush you with their
I got
rubber.
I got a little chunk going on that I need to work on, but I've been also lifting too, so you know I'm working on it.
It's you're starting to become more lean.
My arms growing bigger guns. Don't mean to brag or anything.
Yeah, I've noticed you've been slimming.
Yeah. Or, I don't know. It's because I don't know. Maybe it's just because of this shirt I'm wearing. I'm not sure. But if I was in that room with 10 women surrounding me, I would have a gun. I'd probably have a gun or a knife in my hand.
Oh, you
so
never said we have a weapon of choice.
You. I never said you can't have one.
Okay, I see.
But it'd be smart to have one on you sometimes so you can like protect yourself. Because what if someone like some gunman terrorist tries to kill you or something? Like you can use something to defend yourself. You know, you gotta have something because you never know what can happen.
I mean, yeah, I'm just a pacifist, so I don't like to have like weapons, I guess.
Yeah. You have to have 10 bullets. You can't miss one, or else you're screwed. And you just shoot them all. Leave their dead corpse in the room, and just leave.
It's pretty dark. Or you can just give them some bacon to tame them. Bodybuilding protein. Just like, you know how bones tame wolves in Minecraft? It'd be like, just give them bodybuilding protein and they'll become tamed.
Well, if your theory is true that having no fat can make you dumb, then maybe, yeah, it could work. But if that theory doesn't work, then what would you do?
Crawl up into fetal position and just get ready to be
you want to get a gun or a knife on you, and like I would, to get out of that situation?
I guess I would.
When you're being held there against your will?
Yeah, I would.
So yeah, that's why you gotta have something to protect yourself, or else something like that would happen. So just a word of advice for you. But anyways, moving on. I got some more movies here. I'm still scrolling. I'm trying to find like movies that I know of, because I don't know if any. I mean, let's be honest. How many kids now day and age would go back and watch these old movies? I feel like there wouldn't be a lot that would. So that's why, like, I don't name off every single one of them, except ones that are like memorable, like Snow White and Wizard of Oz, those type movies. But this movie, I think this is a movie I had to read in my history class. It was called The Most Dangerous Game. I forget the character's name. I think oh yeah, Bob Rainsford, that guy. Oh yeah, it was that it was that cranky old lady class. You know, Schnelker?
No, is she from Leo?
Yes.
No, I never had her.
She wasn't the best teacher. Every time.
It'd be kind of funny if all the teachers and people from Leo found out about this podcast when it gets like big, and they'll just see all the trash we talked upon them.
Just every time, like, oh wow, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, wow. But every time like the class would gibber or talk before class started, right when the bell rang, she'll come in. All right, ladies, gentlemen, let's get to work.
Sound like an elf there.
Yeah. She kind of sounds like an elf, honestly. But, yeah, and then you make one thing, and then her head would be boiling hot of anger. So, yeah, I would not.
Probably like the Papa Elf.
Yeah, maybe. I
Except
don't know.
she's a female.
Yeah.
Or is she?
Oh, watch this video. Top 10 to find out on WatchMojo.com, where we have all your favorite theories about if this man a boy or a girl. Was he born a boy and got his balls cut off? Or
Dude, don't you hate that when, like, you're not sure, like, if someone is a boy or a girl, and so you don't know how to address them, because, like, it's not that they're trans, it's just, like, you seriously don't know, because they look like they could be both.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, that's why I don't care for transgenders, because, like...
No, like, not even trans kids, but just, like, regular people can look like a boy or a girl. It's like, how do I address this?
Or, yeah, well... Okay, yeah,
funny.
I see what you mean there. But with some, it's like you think they're a girl this whole time, but then you get to that part after marriage, and then you look under, and he's like, wait, what? This isn't... And then you just... and then you immediately ask for divorce. And he's like, I kissed a guy? That's disgusting. That's why I hate transgenders. Like, what if like all this time it was someone who thought was a girl who was super pretty but ends up being a guy? It's one of the things that gets me the most about these trans blah blah blah. Yeah. Yeah. They could be perverted, honestly, if you ask me. Because think about it. If you were a guy and you go to your parents and be like, hey, I want to be a girl. Instead of calling me Andy, call me Allie. But, and then, like, you know, you'll have the sex change. You'll have your balls cut up, called up, and then you have, like, plastic.
Like the greatest offense ever.
You have your plastic surgery, whatever, okay, and then that allows him to go in the girl's bathroom. And he can go in and see all the girls undressing. Think about that. Doesn't that sound...
If you want to see a naked girl and
No,
you can't
don't-
get them, become transgender.
Don't do that. That's not what God
I'm
intended to
sorry.
be. But people don't care. And this is why we're getting close to the end times, because stuff like this happening.
Yeah.
It's a dark perverted world, I'm telling you.
All we really need for the end time to happen is the temple to be built.
A temple?
Yeah, the Jews are gonna, like, build the temple and the Antichrist, but, like, we already have, like, Hitler and stuff happen, so it's pretty close.
Well, I never knew about the temple, but I know about the Antichrist coming. But yeah, that dude, he's gonna bring world peace, and then like 3.5 years later, he's gonna frickin' slaughter most of the world. That's why you gotta hide. You gotta hide from Antichrist, and have God protect you when then real Jesus come and just squash his head, literally squash his head, like like how you squash a watermelon, like a squash watermelon.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like that maybe.
Or like you see, like,
Or maybe more
muscle
gruesome.
man smashing a watermelon with his fat. Okay, that was kind of a.
I don't know, but like.
Don't know where my mind was.
But
going
yeah, he'll
there.
like stomp his head, splat, like it'll be gruesome. But it'll be epic.
Like, you ever see that episode of Regular Show where Muscle Man was like, smashing watermelon with his fat?
Yeah, I don't think I saw that show. I haven't watched too much Regular Show, but it looks cool. Like I watched the first couples from the first season. I saw one Rigby was sick of losing to punchies or whatever they called it, and then he learned this move where like it gives you all the power with one punch. And then it showed this cool montage saying, "You're the best around. No one's gonna ever keep you down." That was a cool episode. He had a cool haircut with these cool shorts on. It was sick, honestly. And then Mordecai learned it, and then they had this super cool punching battle, which almost led them to death. So yeah. And then I know the first one, it was about like this piano. It's about this little piano thing, and apparently you can ask for whatever, like wish or something. Like they wished for Skips to go up onto the moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you seen that episode?
Get a baby dog, send it to the moon.
Oh yeah, that episode.
That was like, I watched it like 3 times. It's a very good episode.
Get it to the duck, send it to the moon. Or, let's get Skips. I forgot. But, they have all the episodes on Hulu, so I watched some of those. I remember there was one about chocolate cake. And, I don't know. It was like Skip's birthday or something, and Mordecai and Rigby were just rolling. They were in the forest, and then they ran into Skip's doing some weird ritual. They interfered the ritual, and it sent like Skip's to this. I don't even know what this is, but I don't know how the episode ends though. Like I didn't watch the whole thing. I thought it was super weird. But, yeah. And Mordecai and Rigby, the whole plot was for them to get a piece of cake, which was the point of the whole episode. That's about all Regular Show I've seen, though. Like, I know you've probably seen a lot more regular shows. What were some good episodes?
Well, I watched a lot when I was a kid, but like now, like I don't know much. They just kind of come up spontaneous.
Yeah. And I already told you about Adventure Time.
Yeah.
My history about it. But Gumball was allowed though. The Amazing World of Gumball.
Same.
Yeah. And then, did you ever watch Boomerang?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember I watched this Garfield show. And then,
I watch Garfield on Netflix all the time, like the cartoon animated version.
Yeah, that's the one I watched. That was good. And then, the Flintstones was another one I watched. Did you ever watch Flintstones?
Yeah, sometimes. I was like obsessed with them for a period of time.
Yeah, and I remember Filthy Frank did a joke of the Flintstones. You know, like he was listening to the Stone Age music where it's like,
Oh yeah.
and then he's like, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba do time, a yabba do time, we'll have a gay old time.
Actually, did you see the video I uploaded?
I don't know. I haven't. What is it?
I made a song, but I just put a bunch of like Joji talking in the background of this song for like 2 minutes. It was pretty great.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll check it out later.
At the beginning of the song, it just like has Joji like making. It wasn't even part of the Filthy Frank scene, but it was like him going, "Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that's good."
Oh.
Sorry, I can't do it because my throat's like going out. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Where he like moans when he's eating the food.
Yeah.
Except he was eating like hot wings.
Hot wings?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like pink guy screaming.
No. Like when he eats the ravioli. That's yeah, I sampled that part.
Ravioli. What's in the pocket, Oli? My throat's a little sore too, so I can't really do it as well. But I still miss Filthy Frank though.
Yeah, me too.
I wish he could come back, but all we have now is clones. Probably the most accurate one is real Papa Franco.
Is that the guy with like I don't know, I'm probably thinking of like half of them I could be talking about, but I honestly am kind of glad Filthy Frank quit, because his music is really good.
Yeah. I haven't listened to Joji. I just been going back to Filthy Frank, honestly. All I've heard is there was this one song I heard though. I forget what it's called.
Did I show you it?
No. But I know like the thumbnail, it was him like in a bath and the water was
Window.
red. What was it called?
I know what you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wait a minute, we got this website here on the time machine. Let's just do that.
I didn't
Life
know
hacks.
that.
Life hacks. You could look up anything, well, no matter what timeline you're in.
I hate when something's on the tip of your tongue and then like it's a total opposite word.
Wait, no, not Jojo Siwa. That's crazy. Okay. You said it was In Tongues, the name of the...
Possibly.
Okay, maybe I'll see it when I look
You
at
just
it.
gotta go to music videos.
Or... Dang it, they don't have YouTube. You can't even... There's no... Yeah, they don't have... YouTube.
It might be that
So-
album.
Is it one of these?
No.
Shoot.
I think it might be a single.
There's Lost Instruments. Is this just... Wait, what?
What's that?
No, he had one called Diamonds on My Dick. Sounds pretty gay to me. Is it Will He?
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
I can't. I thought it was like Demons for some reason.
No, it was Will He. That's the one I listened
I
to.
love that song. It's pretty
I
good.
listened to a little bit of Slow Dance in the Dark. I didn't get to the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't like slow dancing in the dark. Like his new stuff's kind of but
Yeah.
his old stuff, like with the lo-fi hip hop, that stuff is good.
Yeah. He's like one of those. Isn't he like one of those depressed artists like Billie Eilish or something?
He used to be like a really depressed artist, but like now he's all about like he's kind of like a Justin Bieber in a way. Like he just gets all the girls and he raps about heartbreaks and stuff, which is why he could be depressed because he raps a lot about heartbreaks.
Yeah, like
he's like the Asian Justin Bieber.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll go through one of those on like Instagram. I tweet something about Filthy Frank. Like you'd only see like 5 to 10 people talk about Filthy Frank, but then like almost like 1,000 of the others is just, oh, Filthy Frank, please marry me.
What?
You know, all the fangirls. Which is cool, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, like...
I mean, everybody's got celebrity crushes, which is fine with me.
If I was a girl, why not Filthy Frank?
Yeah, Papa Frank.
Pretty charming man.
Yeah. So... yeah, but the Pink Guy album, that's something else. That's a comedy album. It's a lot of raunchy songs, I'll tell you that. It's a really raunchy type album.
Definitely a song you would not play in the aux with your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, maybe there's like one song.
Maybe a Meme Machine.
I don't know about Meme Machine. Because it's got some cursing in it, and parents don't like cursing. Oh, he said the H word. Oh no, no. And then and there's one line he said like, "Why has God abandoned us?"
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
I wasn't really fond of that part.
Yeah, I'm not fond of that either. Like I don't get that, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he has with some people, but I'm not sure, honestly. But you know what, that's his album. That's whatever, I guess. So yeah, I think he had another album of Pink Guy. There was one about like peanut butter. I'm not gonna keep going about what else, but he said like, let the dog lick it. He's like, this ain't your usual dog food. Real sweaty and nutty like squirrel poo. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else. It's but getting back to 1930s topic. What else? Oh yeah, what was the fashion? Was it basically just like 1950s?
Probably ugly.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe it was just like the 1950s. I'm not sure. Where all the women were dressed very decent looking. They'd all just wear dresses every time.
There weren't really any thotties back then.
Yeah, those are called the good days, man.
Yeah.
Because nothing was vulgar and everything was more clean.
And like, women really didn't have a cell phone addiction back then.
Yeah.
You can get instant like affirmation, like, so they would go for like guys that are not on the internet.
Yeah, that's what. That could be a thing why most people don't love each other anymore, because like, you can look one thing up and then she'll think, he's not my type. And
well, like, it's because like, why should she go out with you when she can get the same affirmation as she does with thousands of men in her DMs.
Yeah, like
that's why it's hard to date. Like, don't feel bad if you're lonely, because it's hard in this generation.
Exactly. It's like I wish it was like how it was back in the day. Like, what if iPhones weren't created? Then maybe we could have had more harmony in this world.
Yeah.
With relationships. But in this day and age, there's no reason for me to live. No reason at all. All over Snapchat. And then you go and ask, what's wrong? And she won't tell
only
you.
10 people can know, and none of them are you.
Yeah, it's like you go and you ask them, what's wrong? Why are you upset? What's going on? And like half the time they don't really explain anything. They don't do anything about it. All they do is feel depressed for like an hour or maybe a day or two. They'll move on, but then like something else will happen and it's an infinite cycle again. They'll keep doing depression for like 2 days because something didn't go right. Like she doesn't always get her way with guys or something. And like it just keeps going on and on with like some of these Snapchat whores.
I think there should be a lot of therapists on Snapchat so they can figure out what's wrong with everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is why, like, I mean, yeah, I used to use Snapchat because I didn't really know much about Snapchat, but like, after going through like a year of having that, like,
it depresses you.
It's honestly the stupidest thing I've ever been on.
I don't really even like social media, and I just use it for my self-improvement journey to document it, which I'm not even gonna advertise. It just like, I just use it to self-improve and uplift people.
Yeah, like, that's why,
and I don't have Facebook, just Instagram.
I feel like you need to, like, watch out what you're doing on social media, because, like, with most people, they make it feel depressing.
Yeah, I try to make it seem happy.
Yeah, like I've done some research. It said like one of the biggest problems with social media is like people have like FOMO. You know what FOMO is?
No.
It's a fear of getting left out or missed out.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
They'll see like say you have like a group of friends, and then like one of these days they'll all get together for something special, but then you weren't invited, and then you see it on Instagram, which makes you depressed, obviously, because you wish you were there because it's all your friends. But then, like, you'd be kind of mad too because they didn't invite you.
Well, it is.
And then they'll come up with excuses saying like, oh, the invitation must have not been sent, or like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah, that has happened.
They're not like,
before, like,
honestly, like, they're not real friends if they forget about you. Like, that's not a healthy friendship, if you ask me.
Yeah, like, I've had friends that were like, oh, sorry, I'm busy with homework, and then like,
yeah, that's
you
another
see them out
thing.
with their girlfriend, and it's like, bros before hoes, what the heck?
Yeah, and then like, that's another thing too. Like, they'll say like, oh, I can only allow so many friends over. I can't. Sorry, but you have to be. I can't invite you. I have these other friends, and I can't invite any more. It's like secretly they have like 100 more friends over, but you're not included. That's another thing that could be about like all these
because of social
dingbats.
media.
Yeah, like,
that's why I don't really have friends on social media.
Yeah, and that's honestly what I would do too. Like, I would not have friends on social media because like,
it's really just for self-improvement. Like, you can make it a tool, or you can like just self-destruct. Like, just follow a bunch of positive, inspirational pages, I guess.
Yeah. And you have to be careful who you're friends with too, because some Someone will stab you in the back. I've been there. Been there, done that. But you know what? Like I've said before, experience is one of the best teachers. So, in a way, it helps you be stronger tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know more, and you have more, like, knowledge of that type of situation.
I'm going to use that term. Experience is one of the best teachers.
Yes, it really is. The more experience, like, the better. I feel like the more experience, the better you'll be the next day. And I've been through some stuff, I'll tell you that. But I've gotten through it, and things, I'm telling you, honestly, things have gotten better. So that's why experience can be good sometimes. Like it can teach you, like, I feel like it can teach you a lesson of, like, what if you do something that, like, God doesn't approve of, and then, like, you'll, like, you won't be happy for a while because you did it, but with that experience, like,
you learn not to do it again.
Yeah, like, you don't do it again, and it makes you stronger, and
Yeah,
it's easier. It makes it easier to avoid too, honestly, because, like, after all you've been through with this one big thing you did, like, it makes you stronger to avoid it.
Yeah, it kind of happened to me. Like I kind of actually found God through what I was doing in a way. Like, I was really deep in sin, and then, like, I had, like, a Jesus moment in a way. But that's a story for another time.
Yeah, maybe it could be, like, something for, like, your podcast show, maybe.
Yeah, I might make a whole testimony on YouTube.
Yeah, but that's a good sample for this podcast. Like, if you want to listen to more about him, then I don't know. Like, do you have a podcast show or something I can leave a link in?
Not yet. Soon.
Okay.
I gotta
soon.
Find to make a podcast
about. So that's gonna be coming soon. Whenever he gets to it.
Soon to a theater near you.
Coming soon to a YouTube near you. Mazzi's Bizarre Adventures. About testimony about life experiences. But yeah, I definitely listen to those. And but yeah, I still use Instagram sometimes, like, because I know I have a couple friends who I don't have their number, like, so I just text them. I have to text them from Instagram.
Yeah, because lately it is weird in these days to be like, can I have your number? It's too personal, so it's like, can I have your Instagram?
Yeah, it's like, that's another thing with people. Like, what if it's like you'll ask, like for example, okay, like, you've been friends with, like, this girl and you secretly like her and all, and then, like, one day, like, you ask for her number and she claims it's, like, too personal or something, just ask for Instagram. And I wouldn't feel as comfortable if it was Instagram, because one thing could lead to another with, like, Instagram. Like, you know how social media can be, like, some things can, like, spread, like, rumors or something, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why I'd rather have her number. And honestly, talking on the phone would be better than texting too, because, like,
Yeah.
she can't. It's not like she can screen. Can she, like? I don't think she could, like, screen record a phone conversation.
If she did, that'd just be creepy.
Yeah, like, I don't know, just send her running for the hills. Yeah, that could be a solution.
Yeah, I'd probably yeet out of that relationship.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes I'd rather have legit phone conversations, so, like, you'll know how to actually talk to her instead of through texts and tweaks or whatever.
So then on the first date, it's not as awkward because you already know what you guys like to talk about.
Yeah, like, I feel like I also feel like people don't know how to talk properly with texting. Like, like you'll be free to let loose and talk about anything through text, but like if you're going through like a phone conversation or in person, then you're scared. You're nervous. You don't know what to say. You're like frozen. Just
like
frozen
you bring
in
up
fear.
something that they'd be uncomfortable talking about, and it's like, but you texted me about that, so like, why not bring it up?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I kind of treat texting like how I would talk in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do too, honestly. But
Sometimes
with some people though, like they make it feel awkward. Like you're being yourself through text, just like with talking, and then they'll like only say like one word or something. Like, okay,
yeah, that I hate it when that happens.
cool. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. That's fine. Like, I hate that too. Honestly, like, it makes me wonder because I know how texts can be on like social media and all. Like, they can, if they're like not really talking to you, like they make you think something's wrong, but they don't like say anything about it. They want you to like, notice that, like, almost like craving for attention. Maybe, I don't know.
It's kind of like being left on red in a way.
Yeah. It's it's like that's what I've discovered a few years ago. There was this one girl I liked at Leo. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. But like, I would text her and be like, I'd be like the nicest guy. Like I really am a gentleman, honestly. Like, I'm a very nice guy. I would never do anything vulgar, honestly. Like, without permission. Like that is a no-no. But yeah, I'd be like all super friendly. But then like in person, like I don't even have the guts to go up and talk to her. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that was also in 8th grade, so.
But yeah, and like I said, experience is the best teacher, so that's all part of the experience.
Yeah.
Is like to possibly develop something to make you stronger. So, yeah, hopefully next time if I see someone I like I want to actually like go up and try to talk to them instead of just secretly trying to get their number and text saying, "Hey," because honestly that sounds a little creepy. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't really say hey anymore because it's just kind of like too generic. I just like kind of try and stick out like on a scale of 0 to 10, how are you vibing?
Yeah, like sound normal. Don't sound like some creep.
I just be myself. I'm like, what's vibing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that could work, but like, still, I feel like talking in person is a better relationship.
Unless it's like Tinder or something, and you kind of have to text them.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't use Tinder
anymore,
though.
I wouldn't count on online dating.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because like,
done that.
Because one, it could be what do you call them?
Pedophiles.
Catfish. It could be a catfish for all you know. And number two, yeah, they could.
And number 3,
could not even be a girl. It could be a guy who is secretly
them,
gay and is into younger guys.
That's not usually the case, though. Most of them are usually want hookups or nudes.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn that the hard way.
Yeah. Which is why online dating I'm not too fond of either. Which is why this is why I'd rather just see if someone will pop up eventually in my life, and then I'll go and try to talk to them. That's one thing I need to work on, honestly, because I've been doing the old texter Twitter for a while, and And yeah, with some people, like, I just get socially awkward for some reason in person. That's something I really want to work on. Like, I really want to get out of my shell and let loose and talk more, you know?
I agree with that. And I can say this too because I'm homeschooled, but it is kind of hard when you're homeschooled because you don't get to get out much.
Yeah, because, like, yeah. And
it's like, who do you practice pickup lines to? Your mom?
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, can we practice some pickup lines?
Yeah, and you... What if it ends up to being like Johnny Bravo quotes? Hey there, baby. Yeah, whatever.
Probably get kicked out of the house, though.
But as I was saying, like, yeah, that's like one of the main reasons why I want to come out of my... I really want to be out of my shell and be more, like, extroverted than introverted, you know?
Yeah, I can agree with that because I've had pretty bad social anxiety, but, like, for instance, when I went to the art gallery where my photography is, like, displayed, I kind of got out of my shell and just talked to, like, random other artists.
Yeah, like... Yeah, and I feel like if I do that, then I can actually try and talk to a girl that I really like, you know? Because last time when I saw someone I really like, I was terrified. I didn't even say a word or anything, and I haven't seen her for a while. Yeah. But if I see her again, then yeah, like, I hope I can, like, let loose and actually talk to her, because she seems really nice. Like, she's not like most thotties or anything. Like, she looks very old-fashioned. She really dresses like a lady. She's like, she looks really nice, honestly, and I just hope I get to see her again and I try to talk to her, because last time that was embarrassing.
Yeah, honestly, right now I'm kind of going MGTOW, which is men going their own way, which is like, it's not like male feminist, although some people treat it like that, but it's more like
masculinist.
Not really, like...
No.
Yeah, a lot of people treat it like it's sexist, but it's not. Just focusing on the positive aspects of men and, like, being financially independent, which involves not getting married. And I don't know, right now I'm not really looking for a relationship. Like, honestly, I'm really happy being single, and if a girl asked me out, probably reject her, because I just like being single a lot. It's just, you don't have to worry so much.
Yeah, but there'll be a time, though, where you might want to, though, because, like, what if, like, you know, when you're out on your own, you're gonna be lonely, you know?
Just hang out with the boys.
Yeah, but what if you can't hang with the boys all the time? What if there's, like, a time period where you can't see anyone and you're just by yourself doing nothing?
I don't know, that's the thing about me, like, I like being lonely. Like, I just learn a lot about myself, and I can entertain myself, not in a, not in that way.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that, honestly. I was thinking about other stuff. Okay.
No, like, I read a lot of books and stuff.
That's cool.
Like, research helps me when I'm lonely.
Yeah, research can be good. But yeah, for me though, I wouldn't really want to be with anyone during, like, my high school for now, because I don't know, I got other stuff I'm concerned about, and I don't know if I'd have the time now. But, like, maybe, like, when I graduate, then yeah, I could try again, maybe, because I don't know, without school I'd have one less worry. But then again, like, I'd probably have to I'd probably be at work all the time, but you know, that's what everyone has to do. They have to work. But yeah, like, after high school, then yeah, maybe I'll consider trying, instead of just, like, I don't know, running from it now. I don't know if you would consider it running from it, but I don't know, it's just something I feel like I shouldn't worry about now.
Yeah.
Something like you can just worry about later in your life. Because we're still pretty young. So we still have plenty of time to like my parents didn't meet till like they were in like their around late 20s actually. So it's plenty of time. Even my dad told me like he thought he was gonna be single all his life, like, and that honestly scares me sometimes. But I still pray about it. I think it'll happen one day.
Yeah, well, if you have the right mindset, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. For me, like I just like being single.
Yeah, it can be nice.
It might change someday, but I don't know. Just for now, like MGTOW.
Yeah, because with me, I've never even had my first kiss or anything. Like, I've never done anything. Never even at least cuddled or anything. So it sounds sad, but I still have confidence. I still have confidence though.
I can somewhat relate. Like I had a first kiss, but she's a thought, so that doesn't count.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like what I was saying, if you've never, I still have self-confidence. A lot of self-confidence. Good. Like I wouldn't waste your time being depressed about like, why am I still single? Why hasn't anybody liked me? Like, it's just because like you haven't met the right one yet. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just God's timetable for you. It's not the right time yet.
Very true.
So like, I wouldn't feel depressed about it. Just like, I just try to have patience and like keep your self-confidence boosted, and I think you'll be fine. Like I've been through something too, and I've just learned like just worry about it later, and I feel completely fine now. So yeah, it's just a little of my advice, but I'd say we can wrap up this podcast. It's been Mazzi over here.
Peace out, brothers.
And your host, Davy the Butcher, as always.
Oh yeah, we have an Instagram now, so make sure you go follow that.
Oh yes, I will leave that link in the description. So yeah, this has been Davy and Mazzi, and we will see you in the 1920s. Bye, everybody.